Live. We are live. Yay! Red Bull.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks,
Uh,
Red Bull. Made it another boring race.
I mean, it's boring in a way that they are dominated, but it's not boring in
Mm,
the way of the midfield. The midfield actually has some big, good fight.
yeah. But just, I don't know, man. I don't like. I finally, I guess, I understand how so many people felt for, you
Hamilton
know,
is dominating.
exactly.
Yeah,
You just tune in and you're just like,
yeah,
okay, I guess
yeah.
I'm gonna watch this team just run away with it again. You know what I
And
mean?
and
Like,
again, it's like I don't get how it's a brand new regulation, and I don't get how Red Bull can extract so much performance on that car just within 1 year of his time spending.
yeah, it's pretty nuts.
It's
If I'm
crazy.
honest,
Even
yeah.
even for Hamilton, for Mercedes, it's not like that before.
hmm Well, I mean, even look at every team.
Yeah,
The closest team was Ferrari, and they still never, even last year, never had the same level of performance as
performance.
Red
Yeah,
Bull.
yeah,
You know,
yeah. But hey, man, my driver, my driver of the day is Alonso.
of course,
Yeah, but
of course.
they give it to Max.
Yeah, well, I mean, because Max came up from
From
15th,
15th. Yeah, yeah.
So, what up, Crispy Critter? How you doing, brother? Yeah, man. Like, so, I mean, I get why they gave him the accolades, but at the same time, it's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Like he's
Yo, what's up? What's up?
it's it's just like I don't know. For me, I'm a bit bored of watching, what you would call it, um, watching Red Bull kind of going uncontested.
Yeah.
I was really hoping that Alonso was going to be able to like hold on to it throughout the entirety of the race. Once he took pole,
but
but
but that Red Bull pace is just unbelievable. It's
yeah, it's
it's
crazy.
crazy. Yeah.
You
And
know,
one thing that I need to talk about for those Hamilton haters again. I mean, he has his tire strategy and is different than everybody else actually.
yeah,
He's actually flipping the Mercedes is actually flipping his tire strategy to using the hard first and then using the medium. And that ultimately gave him two positions gain. And he has a pace on George Russell, but I think it's team order that told him not to race
yeah.
for the position. Otherwise, George Russell is gonna be in danger.
No, and honestly, pardon me. Um, no, like honestly, even regardless of team orders or anything, it's been very clear that Hamilton has not been able to find a comfortable
Setup of his car.
circumstance
Yeah.
with the new setup.
Yeah.
And this entire past week there has been kind of rumors or like light discussion that Hamilton may leave Mercedes
Oh,
if
yeah. If the car is
they
still like
can't,
this. Yeah.
yeah, if they cannot produce a vehicle that's
Yeah.
going to be able to like be properly competitive. And I mean, if you look at it, Hamilton's in fifth, man. Like he
Yeah.
started in seventh. That's only two positions
Two
gained
position game.
in the
Yeah.
entirety
With
of the
with
race.
that strategy, with
Right.
just to plan out for
Exactly.
just to plan out a strategy for two position game, which is unusual for Hamilton. Usually, that kind of
Exactly.
strategy can get him up to the podium.
Right. But that's exactly the issue. And we heard Hamilton come over the radio talking about how he just can't get grip out of the hard tires.
Yeah.
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 And so there definitely been grumblings and rumors that Hamilton may not be extending his contract with Mercedes. The other really interesting thing, and again, we see it kind of playing out today, is that there are rumors that Mercedes may actually bring the W15
early,
up,
early,
way early, because just the W14 is not up to snuff. I mean, look at
W13. The W13 and W14 is just one of those.
It's a failed concept.
Yeah. You need to. I mean, their life is on the stake. If they don't bring up the performance, their driver is gonna leave, and one of those. I mean, that's the biggest. Their driver, the best driver on the grid is gonna leave. To somewhere else. So they need to tighten up their pants and just keep on pushing to bring out drastic change. And then there's a rumor says the change is coming soon, and it's gonna be very big change. It's not even gonna look the same. But again, it's like, okay, you're on aerodynamic, you're on wind tunnel testing the car. The math tells you, the data tells you everything, but then you have to prove it on the track. And then once the car is done, you're on the track. The race weekend, you might fail because you don't have the test.
Right.
You don't test the car. You have to do race as a testing, which is dangerous.
Which puts them back to the position they were last season.
Yeah, which is so dangerous. I mean, it's good that they take the risk, but this is a big risk. This is a big.
It's a huge risk.
Yeah.
I completely agree with you.
And it's not like changing the side pod. It's a simple thing. No, changing the side pod, you need to change the floor. You need to change the aerodynamic package. You need to change
everything.
You need to even change the wind, the suspension, everything.
Yep.
So it's basically the whole car is changing.
Exactly. No, you're essentially, with the exception of the power unit, you're making a new car.
Yeah, basically, and you're making a new floor too.
Yeah. Every single piece except the engine and the transmission gets changed, and even then, it depends on the need of the aerodynamics. So, the case, the
whole car
the whole car.
So
I'm really surprised that they stuck with it
for a whole year. For a whole year.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I understand kind of why. I mean, you put in so much time and energy
and money
to
cost cap. Yeah.
Budget cap. But at the same time, like, oh God, it's brutal to watch, really. I mean, here's the thing. They're not the only ones that are suffering. Look at Ferrari.
Yeah.
Ferrari 6th and 7th, man. 6th and 7th.
Yeah.
Like that's considering that they actually had a package that was competitive last season, for them to be consistently lower down in the points.
And they actually have
surprising.
They actually have a package to fight Red Bull last season.
Yeah.
Which they came very close to fighting Red Bull. Yeah.
But really, like, for them to be pulling a 6-7 this early in the season with Red Bull pulling a 1-2, that just tells you again how much more resolved and how much more capable the Red Bull package is.
I bet you that's where the money is spending, the cost cap was spending on that car. I mean, of course, you can spend the money, you can hold the performance, you can give the money to the FIA just to buy the performance, and then that performance can last few years, then your cost cap, your money comes back.
Dude. No, actually, one of the things that I was looking at, who was it? Was it Zach Brown or I can't remember, but
Zach Brown has a lot of talk about this cost cap on Ripple.
yeah, that's I think it was Zach Brown. I
The
don't
performance
quote
of
me
the
on
card.
this.
Yeah.
But no, like recently they were saying that if you have teams outside of F1, the current risk or current like potential loophole with the cost cap is you can shuffle some of your development to your non F1 team, have them work on different like components, and then you can bring those developments as upgrades into your F1 program. And that way, technically, it's not being done by it's not within the F1, cost
regulation
cap.
Yeah. which
is pretty devious. I would totally
it's-
expect any team to take advantage of that loophole.
Yeah, it's a gray area that
yeah,
Formula One government body just don't look at.
Right. And so yeah, I can't remember if it was Zach Brown or Otmar.
There's a few guys that are talking about this last season.
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. And so they brought that up as a genuine concern for skirting the cost cap regulation. And if you're big enough, like I said, why wouldn't you take advantage of that? I mean, every team is looking for a strategic advantage.
Yeah, and you have nothing to lose. I mean, except you're paying more money. Essentially, you're paying more money to buy performance.
Right. But then we saw the penalty for Red Bull going over the cost cap was it was minimal.
Yeah, and that performance on that chassis where the cost cap is going, it can last for like few years.
Yeah.
So it can put them in front for a few years, and then they don't have to spend that money the following year.
Yeah.
To develop the car, which is I will say it's smart way of working, but it's gray area that you can they can just loop it.
So I mean, I don't know. It's an interesting season. I'm like I said, I've said it before, I'm a little surprised at how dominant Red Bull is. I'm absolutely proud of one of my all-time heroes, Alonso, really like chopping it up with them.
Second podium, man. Second podium in second week.
Yeah.
Season. Which is
exactly
it's good. It's the old lion that they say, the old lion.
Yeah, man. Yeah, dude. He's amazing, So like I love seeing that, and just it's so interesting to watch both Ferrari and Mercedes fall off the pace as dramatically as they have.
Especially Ferrari last season and compared to last season and this season, Mercedes not even in the conversation. Yeah. The Ferrari last season, it's quick, and I mean the strategy failed, and then it's so surprised to see them falling behind so far back.
Right.
Yeah. So
yeah, and it's
I mean, it's Sunday. It's one of those Sunday race for us. We will just,
Yeah, I don't know. It's just interesting, right? Because like in the midfield, it looked so much more compelling, as you said earlier at the start of the broadcast. I mean, you have Alpine moving up, Haas finishing 10th, which is amazing, 10th and 12th.
It's fun to watch.
That's huge.
It's fun to watch them. There's a few overtake that in the midfield that is very exciting.
Hmm.
So
And then, of course, we have the continuing story of the troubles for McLaren.
McLaren, yeah,
You know,
yeah,
like they just can't seem to get it together. Heck, even like Williams is kind of slowly working their way up, whereas McLaren are starting slowly working their way
way
down.
back, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
which
crazy.
is really a shame. I mean, like if there was a team that you asked me after last season that I thought was going to like try and come back up from the midfield, it was McLaren.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. I mean, they were like what P5? They have five
I
on in the
can't
constructors
remember last
championship.
season. Yeah,
I think
let me
four
see.
is Alpine, but I think they were fighting for 5 or 6. But yeah,
Let's see.
this overall this race was from the scale of 1 to 10. It was a
You're
6.
right. You're right. McLaren was P5, Alpine
Yeah,
was P4 in the
and
constructors,
yeah,
Alfa
and Alfa
Romeo
Romeo is 6.
P6,
Yeah,
and then Aston Martin P7. I
but
mean,
this year
dude,
right now they are in the standing right now. What are they? P2
let me
or
see.
P3? Maybe P3 because they uh because Lance Stroll didn't DNF,
Yeah.
so maybe it's P3.
So yeah, right now Aston Martin is P2
Mm. How much?
after just 2 races. I mean, it's a little early to tell,
Yeah.
but actually Aston Martin is tied with Mercedes,
Mm.
which is an
It's
immense
surprise.
accomplishment.
Yeah.
Immense from seventh to second.
2 second. Yeah, and it's using the same power unit.
Hmm.
Dude, Mercedes need to wake up, man. They need to
Yeah,
somehow fix that car. Even even just do what Red Bull was doing. Just spend the budget cap. Just go over the budget cap and just bring the car out and pay later in the long term.
yeah, man. I don't know. This is definitely not the Mercedes team of 2020.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not,
It's
you
different.
know.
It's night and day.
Yeah, and it's I don't know. It's just even their mentality, their approach. They don't have the aggression. They don't seem to have the, for lack of a better way of putting it,
Passion.
the
yeah.
balls. You know, yeah, like the passion.
Yeah.
It's just not there. Not
It,
on the
it
same level that it used to be.
it looks like they are like just doing what textbook is doing.
Yeah, again, it doesn't feel oomph, you know, it
Doesn't
doesn't
feel
feel,
motivation. It doesn't feel the punch.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. And it's their own doing.
Yeah. I mean,
you know.
I'm still Hamilton's fan, but Mercedes needs to give Hamilton a tool to fight. I mean, you
Yeah.
see, he can outperform himself and the rest of the grid. He just need a car. He just need a tool to fight. And the zero side pod concept is just not working on both of the driver.
Yeah, it's bad, like, and that's the thing. I love all of the pundits and everybody who talk about it, like, oh, it is the zero pod. Oh, it's not the zero pod. Like it kind of, it doesn't matter on some level. It's just whatever is the cause, like it's not working,
Yeah,
and they just need to, like, I don't care about where to point the finger. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like it's very clear that the team, the methodology, the
The
logic.
concept, the platform is not working. That's all.
Exactly. Exactly. And again, props to freaking,
Awesome.
Aston Martin.
Yeah.
Like, wow, what a job. Really, what I mean,
I'm
what a
happy. I'm happy
phenomenal
for them.
job,
I'm happy for them. I'm happy
right?
for Fernando. I'm happy for Alonso. Yeah.
Yeah,
It,
dude.
it's
This
nice to
is
see him fight back.
it is wonderful to see, as they said, the old lion showing his
Yeah,
teeth,
yeah.
That's
I'm hoping,
that's
man.
honestly what I'm tuning into the races for more than
Yeah,
anything right now.
yeah. I'm
You
hoping,
know,
man. We can see one of those Hamilton and Alonso fight again. I mean,
if
two
Mercedes
of the
gives,
like oldest on the grid,
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
just to give
You
us some,
know, yeah, it was a
old
great
style.
drive for Checo.
Yeah,
No question about it. It really was.
yeah,
But man, like you still have to look at um Alonso and both where he was at previously with Alpine and where Aston Martin was last season,
yeah.
and now for them to be in the position they
Be
are,
to be
like,
in contention.
yeah, it's very, very impressive. Absolutely very impressive, man. Alrighty, guys. I don't know what else we can really say about like the race today.
I
You
mean,
know,
if we have any news, we'll do some news cover in the
yeah,
week in this week, but we'll see.
yeah,
And
yeah.
there's not
We'll
much.
we'll
I
keep you
mean,
posted.
there's not much to talk about. Just second race of the week of the
Yeah.
season. So yeah,
No,
good
I
drive,
feel
good call.
we covered the
Yeah,
major rumors today. We covered some of the uh you know like major concerns. But yeah, I honestly I'm waiting to see Mercedes really
Mercedes. Yeah,
perform the way they should. You know,
yeah, yeah. Perform back to the turbo hybrid era
yeah,
of the dominance.
exactly.
Yeah. This is not Mercedes. I feel like the Aston Martin should be the Mercedes, man.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But
There's
too
no
bad.
question about it
Yep.
there.
Too bad. Too bad.
But alrighty, guys, thank you for tuning in with us. We are going to go and enjoy what's left of our, a
Sunday
crazy
afternoon.
Sunday.
Yeah.
I know for me, not much. It's raining cats and dogs out here. So
I am going to get some lunch, and if you guys want me to build some models, I will find some models. That's what I'm gonna do right now.
alrighty, guys, sounds good. Thank you for tuning in with us, and we'll catch you after next race.